And then we have Irene Neo saying Iboru, Iboya, Abochiche, Baba. And I say, yes, that is what the Yoruba will say, and we will say Abolu, Aboya, Abokiche. So the Ewe's way of adulterating Yoruba is Aboruboya, Abochiche. So that's how the most it is. I'm not very familiar. I don't even know it very well. And then we have SKFOGRR, DKFOD. That's Vodu tell us what happens if a person dies. Where do they go? Or is it like Jews that don't believe in life after death? Then I said no, because Vodu tells us that when we die, we go to our ancestors. That's why we do ancestral homage paying. And I use a person sleeping. When you are sleeping, even though your body is in a sleep state, you realize that you are dreaming. And that means your soul, your inner self, is moving about. So if there is no life after death, then if you are sleeping, you shouldn't have any dream. But if you are having dreams, supposing you are having that dream and you don't wake up back into the physical world, you will be declared dead. Meanwhile, your dream and your body, as it's going, is moving on, and so there is really death, life after death. That's why we believe that when we die, we go back to our ancestors. And then we have a slithering serpent who asks a question: do you have a Dattereya? And I say Dattatreya, and I said no, because I don't even know what that Dattatreya is. I've never even heard the word before until today. So there is no way I could get that Dattatreya. Listen. So and then regardless, Terry will say, Papa, please, what is the work of the Egu spirit? And I was explaining that Egu is a spirit of the iron, which create the hole, the cutlass, the car, the gun, and all these things. So when we pray to Egu, we are praying to the irons, the spirit of the iron or the metal iron. And we pray to Egu when we are working in the farm and weeding and using the hoe or driving our car, because Egu is the spirit that is in charge. And the Yorubas call it Egu or Ogun, and Eves call it Egu. So that's what that question is. Then we have Nuku Ameibo on YouTube saying, good evening, Papa. And I said good evening to Nuku. And he had a question. Please draw the distance down. So then Nuku Ameibo said, hope you are good, and what are the areas of expertise if one wants to become a Bokor? Could you please elaborate on that? And I said that to become a Bokor is to be initiated into Afa or Ifa. When one is initiated into Afa or initiated into Ifa, in Ewe, they will call you Bokor. But that doesn't mean you know everything. There's so many things to learn. But then what you will be knowing when you are initiated into Afa or become a Bokor is that you have the blueprint of your life. Things you should do, things you shouldn't do. The things, people you should associate with, people you should not associate with. The foods you should eat and food you shouldn't eat. And I was bringing an example that if in your pony or the Afadu or Odu that fall for you, and they say don't drink a foamy drink, which is beer or palm wine, and they tell you don't drink a foamy drink, and beer is a foamy drink, palm wine is a foamy drink, and they say you shouldn't drink, but then you drink it and you are drinking it. It is up to you, because it is in your Afa, Odu, or in your Poli that don't drink those things, because it will bring some problem to you. So when you are initiated into Fa, you learn about yourself, you learn about your destiny's blueprint or path that you should pass in life and to be successful. So that's how I answer Nuku's question. Then we have our brother Charles Michel, who is Michael Michel, and he said blessings and blessings to you and your family, and temple and learning and watching from Mike Michel. And I wish him blessings that may his ancestors continue to bless him and bring all his desires to fulfillment. And then we have Irene Neil. Is it possible to be born cursed in your mother's womb? And I say, why should you be born cursed in your mother's womb? I mean, you don't even see this world yet and you are cursed. Then your mother and your father probably might have done something heinous that the society will curse them. Or maybe your grandfathers or grandmothers might have done something wrong. That's why society will curse their grandchildren. But generally, it is not clear why should people curse a child that is not even born. It must be for a reason. If someone is cursing a child that is not yet born, then it is for a reason, but it is not very common. Then we have Monica Kova. Then I was saying that it's been a while, we haven't heard from her. She was saying good morning, blessings to you and your family, and we responded by saying blessings to her too, and we are thanking her for joining us, and it's been a while. Then we have Irene Neil saying Ashe, which is trying to put their hands together, whether it's to salute or to say thank you, or because I know the word in Yoruba, Ashe and Eshe, is almost so close. Eshe, and which means thank you, and then Ashe, which means let it be. Sometimes they are so close that I think that it was the same. But now somebody taught me that Ashe means let it be, like Amen, and then Eshe, which is thank you in Yoruba. So Eshe Pukpo. Thank you very much, Irene Neil. And then we have a regardless Teddy will say, Papa, can I pray to only one ancestor? I am asking this because the only ancestor I know is my late grandfather. And I answered that, yes, of course, that's what you know. You pray to people you know. You don't pray to somebody you don't know. That's why when you pray or you feed ancestors, you say, you pray to the one you know, and then you say the known and the unknown. That is simple as that. So that is it. Then the last person on YouTube is public relations. Say, Papa, thank you for all you do and for all your teachings, and I'm also saying thank you to public relations for being part of the today's streaming, and always may your ancestors continue blessing you and bring good luck into your lives. Thank you very much. So far, people on Clubhouse, this is where we have gotten before, or we were doing before we realized that the internet wasn't working. So we are coming back onto Facebook now. If we hadn't answered people's questions, that means the internet went off. We were actually answering, but we would not know where it went off and which questions we did not answer. But we are going from here to Jerry Kuwonu. How do you become a disciple of your gods? I'm from a Kunde background, but I don't know anything about it, and any help to learn from you. Okay, Kunde, as I know, is from my mother's village. But the word Kunde, if we go deep into it, you realize that it's not an Ewe word. It is more of a northern, either Mali, Burkina Faso, or northern, or Niger, or somewhere, because the word Kunde is not a word in Ewe. So that Vodu Kunde, but it's in my mother's village, and I think that's at Pando, where I think that's one of the biggest shrines in Ghana, Kunde. But that same Vodu Kunde is synonymous to Alafia, Goro Vodu, and what we have in our shrine as Togbe Jopata. So Kunde's background is on that line. So Jerry, if you want to know more about Kunde, I'm sure your family is still there. You must ask them what is the background of Kunde and what things you can do to let Kunde work in your life. And after getting to know all from your own background, if you need any help from African Magic Temple, we will still be here to also guide you. So no problem at all. Thank you very much, Jerry Kuwonu. And then we have Hedis Yugin again. He said, where would the world be without priest? How important is your role? I don't know. Where the world will be without priests, I cannot tell. And what is the importance of a priest's role, I don't know. We I cannot say we. I, as a priest, I'm teaching people how to respect their ancestors and also how to know how to relate to nature, how to live in harmony with nature because of what I have learned. So I don't know what other priests their life is, but for me, that is it. So where the world will be without priests, I cannot tell. And how important is your role, I don't know. I am only here to teach, and that's all that I am doing. I'm not playing any role than to teach people to know themselves and come back to themselves. That's what I'm teaching about. Thank you very much, Hades Yugin. And then we go back to Clubhouse now. Anybody on Clubhouse wanted to ask me any question?
Yes, Papa, good morning, good afternoon. Your time. This is Kojo.
Hello, Kojo.
Hope you're well. I had a question.
Right, go ahead, Kojo.
So I have two questions. The first one was, you said when a person gets initiated, or when a person becomes a Bokor, they get to understand the blueprint of their life, what to do, what not to do, what to eat, what not to eat, so that they know themselves.
Right.
So what I was going to ask is there a way somebody cannot come to this information without becoming or without being initiated?
No, you cannot know this information because even me, who is talking to you and a priest, I cannot tell you what your destiny is until you get initiated. And when you go into Agbodo Zoo, as we call it in Ewe, it is you yourself who will catch your energy. It is you yourself who will catch your spirit. And when you catch those spirits, it is then we as the priests and people who are senior to you or who have some knowledge about those oracles that may fall for you, we will now explain to you what those oracles meant and the things that you should do and the things you should not do. The foods that you should eat, food you should not eat, the things to associate with and what not to associate with. Because as at now, I don't even know what your calling is. How will I be able to tell you the blueprint of your life when you have not been initiated to it's not me who give it to you. It is you yourself, when they are doing the initiation, it is you yourself who will get it through the process of initiation. And it is in that process that you will know what has come to you. Even before you get it, it is not like you open your eyes, you'll be blindfolded. And it is, even when you are blindfolded, you will be able to get your oracle or the Odu or Afadu or the blueprint of your life. It is not for any priest to give you or anybody else anywhere to give you. It is you and you alone who can be able to draw that what you came into this world with, and then we as senior people or people who have some knowledge will try to explain about the little that we know.
Wow, okay, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, thank you for that breakdown. Thank you. That makes a lot of sense.
Thank you very much.
My other question is, when I heard you talk about explain Egu, it also brought another question to mind, which was, is it safe to think about it this way, that every single physical thing has a spiritual counterpart or a spiritual manifestation?
Definitely, because before human beings came onto this earth, and before human being came out from the water and became a human through amoeba, the unicellular organism that later multiplies and develops with the interaction with the environment, and then because of the difficulties that it has faced, the cells has multiplied into this thing until we human or the intelligence or the brain develop how to avoid problems and how to deal with situations came. There were energies already here. There were crocodiles, there were, what do they call them, dinosaurs and all these things. They had their own mind and they had lived through here, and then when the extinction came, most of them were gone and some in the river came back, and that is when the lizards and other things start coming and forming until it came to we human beings. So everything that happens in this world has got a spirit behind it. There is an energy that is controlling it and helping it to move forward. Energy is everything. Energy is around us. And these energies come in the form of vibrations. And they say the whole world is a vibration. So without knowing these energies and associating with them and dealing with them, you cannot know your way. So a goo has iron, a metal. It also has an energy that follows. Even plants, every blade of grass that we use has an energy behind it. That's why when we go to pick herbs, we pay homage to the herb before picking it. We don't just pick herbs for picking's sake. So everything in this world has got some energy that is following. Call it whatever you like. Call it in the scientific terms, call it in the Voodoo terms, or call it in the religious terms. Everything that is working here has got an energy that is moving it.
Oh, thank you for that clarification.
Thank you too. Does that make some sense to you, Kojo?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Because you even talked about, even with the good, like knives, whole cutlass, all of that is coming from that energy. So that energy manifested into the different forms. So without energy, without the spirits, all of these things like don't even really have the form. So yeah, thank you
very much.
Breakdown.
Thank you.
And so I have another question.
Go ahead. I'm here.
I know with African Magic Temple, you don't work with dwarfs or anything, but I remember once you shared a story of your an account when you encountered dwarfs. But so my question was, with dwarfs, are they spirits or are they in between realms? What are they specifically?
Okay, let me go before to answer that question. I'll go into Kabbalah. In Kabbalah, we have something we call gnomes. Do you know gnomes? Spelled with the G-N-O-M-E.
G-N-O.
Yes, gnomes.
Like gnosis?
Yes, gnomes, yeah. The gnomes are spirits or entities.
Yes, gnomes, yeah.
And then we have sylphs.
Yes.
And then we have salamanders.
Salamanders. And then there's fairies and
then we have fairies and dwarves. Yes. When you are talking about the elemental world. So these are entities which are also existing. Call them spirits if you like. Because the salamanders are entities of the fire. We have undines.
Yes.
We have undines also. I think they are the entities of water. The sylphs are more of air, and then all kind of distance. So the dwarfs are more of the earth.
The earth.
Yes. So dwarfs are more of the earthly energies that can manifest into physical as well as into spirit.
Okay.
So when I was young, I was alone. I wasn't with any family member or anyone who has taken me into any shrine. I just went into my grandfather's pit toilet, which is outside in the cocoa farm. And then I saw this entity walking by. I didn't know what it was. And I was surprised, and it was just passing by. And then later when I come back to myself, I started chasing it so that I could get it. And whether I wanted to ask a question or just to be curious, then I chased it, but I couldn't find it anymore. But I kept that to myself. I never even told my mother. I just kept it to myself. So that is how it is, because these are energies that appeared to me. And then also when I was growing, I remember one day, I think I shared this story also, that I woke up in the morning and I saw some kind of like a toothpick, like in my hair. And my mother saw them, and my mother picked them out and said that, the dwarfs have visited you. And the type of woman you are going to, my mother told me the type of woman you are going to marry in your life will not be tall women, but rather short women. And that has been as it is until today. So how my mother knew what she knew, I didn't know. But then that's how the dwarfs are. But then there are fake dwarf priests who are putting things inside room and hide human beings hiding in curtains and pretending to be dwarfs and collecting people's money and telling them story. Such also are there. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about real things that you can deal with. But then they are not like everyday thing that you can easily come around and somebody will say, I called dwarf to come. No. It is a ceremonial magic, and it will be a proper time to be able to invoke them. But there are thieves. There are thieves there, out there in this our profession, who are deceiving people. People are calling what they call age. I don't know whether you have heard about it before. Age is also supposed to be a dwarf. But then you see that the man will make a small white curtain in a corner, and you'll be putting put something in their mouth, and then they'll be speaking from their throat in a ventriloquist way, and they will say they are speaking to dwarfs, or dwarfs are speaking to them. But all these are tricks and lies. But then that's how certain people make their name and make their money, make their life. I am not against them. But what I teach here, I teach reality. I'm not teaching to fool anybody, and I'm not teaching to make anybody to see that I'm better than anyone. I am just teaching the experiences that I personally had. I'm not disgracing anybody. Those who are on that line, that is their line. People who believe them is their way they should believe them. But there are people like that who will tell you that they can invoke a dwarf and you can talk to a dwarf. But it comes to a point that they are just ventriloquists who are deceiving our people. And it's very common in Voodoo, where they say Age is speaking. That's why when people ask me about question about Age, I tell them that I don't know anything about Age, because for me it is all lies.
Thank you for that explanation and for connecting it to the gnomes and salamanders and sylphs, because that's something that I've read about and learned about before. So provided more clarity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kwame. And do we have? Yes, go ahead.
This is Shamba.
Yes, Shamba, how are you?
Good, Papa. I just wanted to say, like, I just got a new job, and I've been working at this place selling things like furniture and things like that.
Okay.
And I asked the kind and all my spirits to help me. Like, this was just yesterday.
Yeah, to
and
make
I asked
sales.
my spirits, I said, you should help me to make sales to people.
Yeah, sure. They will help you. Why not?
Papa, when I went to work that day, I have never seen so many people come in there to buy.
Yeah, but you have a call upon the spirit world, so why wouldn't they work? If you are dealing with the real spirit, it has to work for you.
Yes, and Papa, there's so many people coming, and I realized that spirituality is never meant to replace work, but it's to help you to not work for nothing.
Right.
Yes, and that's just something that I've just recently seen just for myself, and I just wanted to just say that to you.
Yeah, Shamba, you see, I kept saying all the time that if you are dealing with real spirits and you are properly initiated into real spirits, the spirit should be able to hear your cry. The spirit should be able to answer your call. When you are in difficulty, the spirit should be able to come to your aid and help. But then when you don't have a real spirit, that is when you will be suffering and doing all things and you are not getting answers. But when you have a real spirit that listens and communicates with you, and you are initiated into such a spirit, why shouldn't your voice be able to reach the spirit well? Your voice should be able to reach the spirit well in any situation that you may be. It is not only when people attack you that's when the spirit will come and help you. Even when you don't have any food to eat, you should be able to tell the spirit that today I don't have a job, I don't have food to eat. How can I have food? Would you people come and bring food to me? And through somebody, the spirit will not come and bring a barbecue plate or hamburger in its hand to give you, but a spirit will influence and someone, and somehow food will come to you to be eaten. That's how the spirit world is. If you are dealing with real spirits do real things. They do physical, practical things for you. That's why some of us always respect them, because we know when we call upon them, they do not deny us our call. They will answer. You know, in the Bible, Jesus Christ said, knock and it shall be opened unto you. Seek and ye shall find. Ask and you shall be given. And it's also said that if you know my name and you call me, that's the God Jehovah. If you know my name and you call me, I will answer you. The name is not Jehovah, and the name is not called God. It has a name. When you know the name and you call, it will answer you.
Yes, thank you, Papa.
You're welcome, Shamba. Thank you very much. We have Ifa Fabade on Facebook say, are women initiated also? Yes, my sister Ifa Bade, women are initiated. Ifa Vodu is not just a male-oriented, is not a gender, it's everybody, because we have priests, we have priestesses, so everybody can be initiated, and everybody is initiated, provided you have the interest and they find out what should be good for you, they will initiate you into it. So we have women are initiated. Even my little daughter at the age of 6 or 5, she was initiated into destiny. So women are initiated. Then we have Dennis Beloved, I'm spirit. What is AM spirit is happy seeing you? What does it mean? I don't understand, but somebody is asking a question whether spirit is happy seeing you. It depends. If you are able to know the spirit and the spirit knows you, why won't the spirit be happy when it sees you? Because you yourself, you'll be happy seeing the spirit. So if a spirit comes and work with you, the spirit should be happy working with you and happy seeing you, because the spirit knows that you are real. So yes, spirits are, I think the story is about, are spirits happy to see you? Yes, spirits are happy to see you if you know how to deal with them. And then we have Ati Kobla. My name is Kobla. I love my tradition and my culture. Thank you very much, Kobla. We all love our tradition and we love our culture. That's why we are here. And then we have Dennis Beloved again. It's interesting listening to you. Oh, thank you very much, Dennis. And then Ati Kobla again say, white religion has failed us. No, we have failed ourselves. It's not the white religion that has failed us. It is we ourselves who have failed ourselves, because we know the truth, yet still we are hypocrites, so we pretend not to see the truth, not to accept the truth. Just like how somebody was asking a question on general behalf of general people that if you can pray to angels and pray to deities, but you don't want to pray to your ancestors, is that okay? The person was asking the question on behalf of others. But what the problem is that why do you pray to angels and deities? Because they were told to you that they are the gods of the world. And your ancestors who brought you before you know the deities and know the angels are out. They should be regarded as devils, so you don't pray to them. So we have failed ourselves. It is not the white man's religion that has failed us. It is we who have failed ourselves. And then Dennis Beloved said, okay, he said, to many people. But those of us who know, we know the truth, and we follow the truth. We don't live a hypocritical life. Atikobla, I thank you, sir, for leading us back to our ancestors, and I thank you all for coming to listen and contribute to this live streaming. We are only talking about our ancestors and how our ancestors worship and pray to God. Thank you very much. And then we have the Desmond Smigel, Desmond A. Smigel. You are right. Thank you very much. And then we have Eric McQuami, Smiley GH. Thank you. And then we have our big sister Ifa Dara. Say greetings, Papa and family. Greetings to you, big sister Ifa Dara, and greetings to your family. May the gods continue blessing all of you. And then we have Kevin Marshall. Okay, no, go up. I think there's some. Yeah, we have Kevin Marshall. Never-ending blessings to you, Papa, and never-ending blessings to you, Kevin Marshall. Very grateful that you joined the section. And then we have Ifeoma C. Dowie. So wow, thank you very much, Ifeoma. And then we have Ifagbade Ashe to you too, and Ashe. Then we have Jalan Ray. Happy Sunday, family. Happy Sunday to you, Jala. Thank you very much for joining. Then we have Senam Agbaga. How do I contact you, sir? Senam Agbaga, we have all our contacts on the internet. Everything is already there online, so it's not a difficulty. Just go onto our pages and our YouTube page, as well as our Facebook page. Just you find out we have Instagram page as well. So when you get there, you will find our content. Thank you very much. Then we have Jabari Kopalan saying greetings to you, Jabari. And then we have Desmond Smith say, I'm here, Papa. Thank you very much, Desmond. Where are you? So you are here. Thank you. If you are in the house, if you are in the shrine, then you should come into the gallery. We are at the gallery, but then thank you very much, Desmond. We have Charles Osei saying wow, and then we say, then we have Sena Magbaga saying, okay, sir, thank you, and thank you all of you. So please, people on, okay, we have people on YouTube. We have Sarah Atta saying good. And also we have our sister Monica Kova. I'm trying to understand karma, but if someone else is experiencing karma, how much does it affect your life? Or when people are experiencing karma, it is them who is experiencing karma, it's not you. So how is it going to affect your life? But then of course, if you are living in a room with someone and the person is sick because of the action that they have taken and the reactions are coming, then of course, if you are going to be attending to that person, then you can see that you have a cumulative karma, because you are supposed to be there to take care of that person, and you, because something your karma has linked with that person's karma, that's why you are there to be assisted. So that's the way it can also affect you. But if that person who is paying for their karma and is not close to you and you are far away, you only hear it, you can sympathize and feel sorry for the person, but you will not directly be in to do anything. So that is on YouTube. So let's see if we still have anybody on Clubhouse who will be asking for any questions, so that I can close the section. I have some works to do for people. So please, let me get your questions, and then I will be closing the section very soon. Thank you all for being part of us and joining today's section.
Okay, Papa.
Yes.
Thank you for answering the earlier question. I had a little question from the Voodoo side. For instance, maybe in medicine, you can maybe go and do your 7 years degree in medicine, and then when you finish, you can be a ophthalmologist, gynecologist, or whatever. In Voodoo, if somebody wants to use that as a career, what areas can the person directly work on?
You want to say the area that the person can specialize in?
Yes.
Okay, in Vodu, there is not anything like you can specialize in a particular field. But when you are initiated and maybe the person who is teaching you knows more about herbs, how to use herbs to heal, how to use herbs to create changes in nature, then you as a student, you are going to learn that line. Are you with me, Nuku?
Yes, I'm with you, Papa.
So you learn what your master or your teacher teaches you. And if your teacher is specialized in seeing, to be able to have a clairvoyance and a clear audience, if your teacher is a very good candidate of sixth sense or clairvoyant or clairaudience, then that your teacher should be able to train you so that you can also develop that psychic abilities of yourself so that you will be able to see and you'll be able to hear. But if your teacher sees that you are not receptive to the psychic world, then there must be certain other things that he will make you to know so that you can compensate for that loss of not being ESP candidate. For me, my children, because they were young, they were not, they also have this ESP, but it's not very developed and very prominent in them like it is in me. Because I remember when myself and Senna and Pele, we were in Thailand on holiday about 20 years ago. I had my senior brother, not a cousin, my own blood brother, who I brought to Thailand, and he was staying in Thailand and before Senna and Pele were born. And we went there, and Senna and Pele were bathing, and then when they were bathing, my brother's son was coming. They were naked, so they just have the feeling that they were naked and they have to cover themselves because their cousin was coming. And truly, within a short time, their cousin actually opened the bathroom doors on them. So that means their psychic abilities to receive information is there. But because of society and schooling and all this thing, they're not developing it like how I did. I got far. And I got afar in the sense that I can teach my children to be able to do divination without having the sixth sense. Because in afar is more like a mathematics. And when you know the formula, you will be able to know because it is written down and you follow the formula. So people who have psychic abilities can bypass far and do reading. But people who do not have that psychic ability will have to go through afar in order to be able to do divination. And the more they learn, the more they concentrate on this thing, they will be able to do it, and they will do it perfectly. Just like how my children are now doing divination. Senna can do divination, Seiram can do divination, Kofi, Marina, Celestino can do divination and all this thing. Of course, they are developing their psychic ability because when I am doing the mirror, I put them also together so that when I command the energy of the mirror and then I am listening, I also ask them what they are hearing. I want to know whether what I am hearing, whether they too, they are hearing the same. And slowly, I am bringing their psychic ability to that level where one day they can also just see without really using far. But afar is the method that anybody can use if you study it very well. So when you want to specialize in a field, it is the field that your teacher is specialized in, is that one that they will teach you. And then maybe as time goes on, you will develop your psychic abilities and you begin to receive information.
Thank you, Papa.
Welcome, Nuku. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And then we have Desmond Smigel. You are welcome. And on Facebook, and we have David Tetra, who is my nephew. David, they say, may our ancestors guide us all. Great job, Christopher Voncujovi. Thank you very much, David Tetra, for joining us. Desmond A. Smigel is saying, Papa, do you do reading online too? Yes, we do readings online. We do readings anywhere. People can be far away, be near. We do readings. And then we have Nana Yao. I strongly believe I'm a reincarnated being, but how do I know my past life? Nana Yao, it is not very important to know your past life. What is important is what can you do with your current presence in this world. Knowing your past life is not going to do anything for you. If you were king in your past life, are you king in this life? You are not. If you are a master in your past life, in this life, are you a master? You are not. So what matters most is how can you develop yourself while you are here now? A lot of people are so much concerned about what their past life is, and they live in dead glories that do not exist anymore. And they begin to carry themselves, I was a king in my past life. So what? Are you a king now? If you are now a servant and you were a king in your past life and you are now a servant, if you don't take time, your master will beat you because you'll be looking at yourself as if you and your master are equal. But in this current life, you are not a king, you are a servant. So what matters most is what you can do in this current life and how you can develop yourself so that in your next life, if you ever get reincarnated again, you will be able to be in a better position than what you are now. So for me, I try as much as possible to discourage people from thinking who they were in their past life. If during a reading and the oracle says that, okay, you were such a person in your past life, that's why things are happening this life, then of course that's what it is, but that's not what is happening now. What do you do? Because I remember there was a friend of mine who we did a reading for and was having so many challenges, and they said that then the oracle was saying in their past life they were men who were attracted to, they were very great spiritualists but who were attracted to other people's wives, and then there was a situation where a shame came before that person died, that priest died. So in their current life, they will still have that problem that they will like other people's husbands or wives than their own, and that will be there. But it is also a karma that they have to pay, and then there are certain things they should not do so that they can get away from that. So such things happen in a reading, but we don't go looking into what is your past life and what not. We concentrate on your current life and try to help you to develop it so that you can make good use of it while you are here this time. Okay, go up. Let me see. There are some people there. Up. Okay, we have Barowski Soa saying, good evening, Papa. Good evening, Barowski. How are you? Thank you very much for joining. And then Anaya will say, thanks. So how do I develop myself now? Get initiated, get closer to a spiritualist, get closer to a priest or a priestess who can now teach you what you should do in this life. Then we have Barowski Soa say, my real name is Tekba Papa. Thank you very much, Tekba. Thank you very much for joining us, and I think you are enjoying the section. Then we have our Ifeoma C. Dowie. Papa, do you do mentorship online? I don't know which one is mentorship. I am just teaching. If you want me, you have questions to ask me, I can answer you. But then what people call mentorship, I don't know. I'm teaching people who are interested to learn. So when you think like I have to take someone particularly and be teaching the person alone or this thing as a mentor, no, I am just here. I'm a mentor to all and I am a teacher to all. But that, what do we call it, making it specifically like you are a mentor, no, that's not what I do. I am a teacher. I like that statement of Ifeoma. I teach everybody, and anybody who wants me to teach and want to connect with me, I am always there to teach and help them. Yeah, thank you. And I think we don't have any question on YouTube. We don't have any question on Facebook. And do we have any question on people on Clubhouse, please let me know so that I can just finish up and then I will go to do my work. Senna, do you have any question on Clubhouse? I think I saw Kadi Fisher coming on, but I couldn't see her again.
Yeah, I think Kadi was here for a bit, but she's no more here.
Okay.
If there anybody here who would like to ask a question, go ahead. Oh, but I'm here. I'm at the shrine.
Okay. So, okay, you will be there because if you come here, there will be echo in the transmission. Yeah. So if nobody is here to ask any question, then I'm going to close the section now. Okay, so I think okay, we have two people on Facebook, Baroski, Tekpa. So I say you're welcome. I know your location. More discussion. Thank you very much, Tekpa Akpe. Then we have Prince Mahesh. Good day, Baba. How do I build stronger connections to ancient ancestors, those that lived thousands of years ago? By honoring and paying homage to your ancestors. That is the way you connect to them. Tobe Jigbeza, is it there? I didn't get any question from Tobe Jigbeza today. Is it in? I only saw the Facebook ones, but then I didn't see on the Clubhouse, so that's why I'm asking. Okay, we have Ifa Fagba Ade. I would like a reading to begin my learning. Okay, my sister, thank you very much. What you do is that you connect to Africa Magic Temple online and also or Revolution online. We have an online form that you can fill. And then when you fill the form, we will now contact you on WhatsApp, and then we can start the process of doing a reading and start the process of your learning your own traditional spirituality. Baroski, so I say, sorry, I wish I know your location for more discussions. Just like I was saying, Baroski, so I don't just attend to people like that. If you fill your form and you book an appointment, I will be there to attend to you. I'm not just sitting down that anybody just walk in and say, I want to discuss something with me. I don't do that. I'm very sorry. If you book an appointment with me, you want to see me, then I will have my time for you. But I just don't want anybody just to walk in and say, I want to discuss something with you. I'm not a businessman. I'm a spiritualist. And I have my own rules and regulations, how to meet me, how to see me. I'm not just doing nothing. I have a lot of things I'm doing. So if you want to see me, you have to book an appointment. And then the process of booking an appointment is out there on Revolution page. Thank you very much, Baroski. So I'm going to close this section now if we don't have any question from anywhere, especially people on, what do you call it, Clubhouse. Oh, ago mauga soboli samando ago mauga kiki kata mando ago mauga se joto amejoto se na no me sete no o ma no be dokono be o ma no bi me bia no dokono bi ogbe dokono bi bia no o ma no bi ogbe se nyeme yo dogbera yo ra kekekeke. Okay, while I'm about to start the prayer, we have our brother Alvin LeBron Hill Jr. Strange things have been happening around my house. Microwave turning on by itself, randomly, lights turning off by themselves, sounds of steps and so on throughout the house, heard by all of us. I call you later about my appointment. Okay, so Alvin, I'm going to do your rituals just after I close from this section. I'm going to start your rituals and we'll see how things will turn on in a better way. Thank you very much for joining the section. And my regards to the whole family. Oh, Mauga Mayo Maduago, Yamayo Mauga Sobolisa, Mauga Kitikata, Mauga say, okay, we have Michael again. Good evening, sir. Please, what if you're not in the country? Please, how can I get in touch? It's the same. I have my numbers there. We have our contact there. Everything is there. Whether you are in the end of the world or at the end of the world, the number is the same. You can call, you can contact me on our email. You can send message through Revolution, African Magic Temple. We are everywhere. You can find us. You can even find our location on Google Map, and it comes with our address and everything. And if you want to contact us, the whole contact details are all there already. Michael, thank you very much. Okay, then Alvin is saying, Asheo, thank you too. Thank you, and may it bless you. May the ancestors bless you. Oh, my Mauga says, Joto, my Joto Sena, no, Meseti, no, woman of baby, Dokuno, baby, Mayora, Emayosha, Maham for a shop, send me for a shop, go, ya Braxas, Mayosia, Drepoduago. Emayota, Director of Vimaku, Veso, Tom, Cameo Duago. Emayomianos or Gia, I need to Kakachikas, Bosha, Dremia, Famina, like Pepina, Juru Holon, Mayora, Kakelo, when you are in Bama do Flora for Klein Bamadu di Carlo, when you have Matekulo etepu etega. Oh, my yaw, a kind, but you were kind when you were kind, Jeff, a kind, Busuva kind, Trova kind, and you were kind, if you were kind, Manu, Tabaka, kind, very bad. Never had a door of a feel to have so to you. My young Minuda, Hobba, but walk up, walk with me on Zango. The young play Virakamiaha. Good, a Hanamilo, Naquera, Vida, Basira, Beneva, Donaja, Dodino, and a number. Mayo pete pour la mine wala miabenya osele miabenya osele togbe ya bumona mi apu agbe no mona amayo bele no po amayo le tojire no se pete mi apu ba gbe mona kosra me mi agere lo kosra menenyo o me yo jopata jomaku afoke me vol me chi me vol fudo me gbere kokolo ku atore fo me jogbenyo he be jogbenyo me to aya mo mojo to anu kware pe benyi le be me to ba jo tuzo pe gbo mo no te pele ka jopata be ile ati jovon ba jo ni jopata be fia jopata me tro me gbe damo avi fa gbe elie di na jopata re na fi nya jolo Jopata, tefe me yo amesi me bojire to togbe de ntapa pelu ki zugbolu ajima ogbojukuro do jalo fe nkomi Valentine family va lo jona pefu agosa pate me yo lo tigeri me yo lo goro me yo rakeke alafia me yo togbe mama pete enya tefe me yo afana ngonu afagbo maje so pepe to mo so le me da pa vidi me yo pali gbe meji yeku meji woli meji lo so meji ngoni meji abla meji akala meji guda meji sa meji ka meji trupe meji tula meji lete meji che meji fu meji pali che tula me yo clever video comme pour toba de obo am toba de nye ade me po ne di godo e ye me yo le gba jigbo suba me no mi jimedo awon so won pla mi pla o ya peli apeplo godo zagbaja ko vipo no apeli to agbenyu apeli to asinyu apeli to ewo nu popo onu no nyu no vo onu asisi nkuga me yo ama ya si agba ba fun won apeli to agbenji agba ba fun yan apeli to nya pe mi ko ha ne mi anu ne mi na ko ira gbe vida gba si dagbe ne ba ko me no fu mo na mi lo ko sra me mi le de ala me se pla gbe di lo o me ga na mi jago le mi aji gbere lo ni mi jago chere o mi ana mi abeto o me ga po mi abe chocho gbere togbe nani mi awe wado egbebedo sinedi kosra me mi do ala mesese ne bana mi obetelo me vidi no po vie me srondi no po sro me do di no po do me do me ta pono do ne je do jina me le jivi me ta pono me de sro me ta pono ne je jina asinedi ame yo le abrochi le keke me be keke me la ba je be afopu no re mi na no va me na ame yo bete mi savona wo vosa na de vosa ne dana me yo le didi yo ba kanu o me le gakpo le ganu do ba si me no kanu no kanu re emi po gongongo ne mi boy na e den no savo na vosa ne da no ba gbe me tro godo mia e vi kominyo la tata mi menya anu de ko mi mi nyare ye wo mi le da si asime na mi ne je fiato ne je gato gongongo lo pe a ko gbe na mi se. Okay, so I am done for today. I'll see you again next week, Sunday, God willing. If there is life and health, I will see you again next week, God willing. Thank you all for being with us. being with the African Magic Temple. We transmitted on a Revolution platform, Vodu Education. That's what we did, and we are thanking Sena and Pele for the platform so that we can teach people who wants to know. And the final, this thing was Michael. Michael was saying, oh, okay, thanks. So Michael, thank you too. We are done for today, and I am gone until next Sunday. Thank you very much.